Undead warrior, we stand at a crossroads. Only I know the truth about your fate. You must destroy the fading Lord Gwyn, who has coddled fire and resisted nature, and become the Fourth Lord, so that you may usher in an age of dark.
Hey guys, I know it's been a while. I've been busy with focusing on my live stream, and I've been way too picky with my uploads. But anyway, I'm gonna just get right to it. What you're looking at here is a playthrough like a challenge playthrough that I recently came up with. It's similar to Mercenaries, except I'm attempting to do it with the Darkwraith Covenant. And I'm going to go over the rules real quick. I'm going to also put them in the description below. But they're kind of extensive. Like, I tried not to be too specific with everything, but I think they all fit really well, and it'll be a really interesting playthrough. But basically, it has to be on at least New Game Plus, because you have to be in the Darkwraith Covenant. But you start at Darkwraith plus 0, so you know don't offer any humanity or anything before you start new game. Also, whenever you start, you can't have any humanity in your counter and no itemized humanity in your menu either. So just make sure to put all that in the bottomless box or whatever the case is. But also, let's see. The whole point of the playthrough is to max kindle all the bonfires in all the invadable areas by invading other players in that area and taking their humanity by killing them, or you can also use the Darkhand. But yeah, so the whole point of it is to max kindle every bonfire that you reach that's in an invadable area by invading players and killing them to get the humanity for that bonfire. But also, it's an all bosses run, so you have to invade every area of the game that does have a bonfire in it, or near it, really. Also, the let's see what else. You have to bear with me. I've never done post commentary before, so it feels very weird having to talk to essentially nobody at the moment, so I'm just trying to cope with it. But let's see, another rule is whenever you do invade, you can use the Darkhand, but you only get one attempt with the Darkhand per player encounter, and you can't use the Darkhand on NPCs, so don't even think about going to all those NPCs at Firelink and just stealing all their humanity. You're not allowed to do that. But yeah, you get 1 or 2 attempts per player encounter. The reason why I say 1 is because it prevents you from getting into, you know, most people will see you do a Darkhand thing, they think, oh, this is gonna be fun, so they pull it out, and then you just end up both people trying to Darkhand each other for like an hour. And so to prevent that, you get 1 attempt. If you hit it, if you miss, whatever the case, that's it. You're done with the Darkhand for that encounter. But as you can see, I just killed Pinwheel because you need the rite of kindling as quick as possible. And as you'll notice, I'm grabbing the 3 humanity off the corpse at the well. Another rule is you only have 3 humanity that I just picked up. That's all you have as far as itemized humanity goes for the entire playthrough. So if you die twice in a row, like more than 3 times, you can actually lose the playthrough if you can't reverse hollow to invade again. So it's actually possible to lose this playthrough. But let's see, I'm getting off track. You technically have 4 itemized humanity because you get 1 from the Asylum demon, and that's the one that I'll use in a second to originally reverse hollow. So technically there's 4, but you have 3 like throughout the majority of the playthrough at your disposal. Any other itemized humanity you happen to pick up or whatever the case is, just drop it or put it in your bottomless box, whatever you want to do. Let's see. Any humanity from the invaders that, like, as you'll see, I get invaded, like as I'm trying to invade, any humanity you get from people who invaded you, you are not allowed to kindle the bonfire with. It has to be you're the invader, you got their humanity either by Darkhand or killing them in their world. But anything that you get from players who invaded your world, you just keep on, you could just keep as soft humanity, but you can't use it to kindle. So you essentially have to win 3 different invasions in each area. Okay, another one of the rules is you have to kindle the bonfires before beating the boss. That way you can't just go through the level, beat the boss, and then invade without any worries of being invaded, no consequences. So essentially it is very possible to not even get out of the Burg. If you come into the Burg, you reverse hollow, someone invades you, they kill you, and then you if somebody invades you, they kill you, you reverse hollow again, you do that like 2 more times, you could end the run quite immediately. This fight, this is actually quite the way to quite a start to the challenge playthrough. Yeah, I really shouldn't have rushed into that. Don't worry, I get him. I get him right here. Yeah, no, not at all. Robbed. But yeah, I got annihilated. Quite the intro into the challenge playthrough. But yeah, good fight to that guy. He absolutely destroyed me. But yeah, as I was saying, it's very possible to not even escape the Burg if you go on like a losing streak in your own world. But let's see, I'm getting off track here. I'm sorry. You need to kindle all the bonfires in every invadable area, and then whenever it comes to the something I decided, whenever it comes to the Lord souls, like Duke's Archives, Asylum, and Tomb of the Giants, instead of kindling those bonfires, this is where it gets, if it doesn't already sound confusing enough, it's really not that confusing. I'm just horrible at explaining things. Whenever it comes to those areas, instead of kindling the bonfires there, you will need to invade each of those areas, whatever part of the area you want, as long as it's in that area, and collect 10 humanity from each area to offer up to Kaathe in the Abyss. And then after you get 10 humanity from each area, offer it up to Kaathe, making 30, then you go and you beat the game in full Darkwraith gear. So it's kind of a challenge playthrough slash roleplay playthrough. This is the guy from earlier who absolutely annihilated me. But so it's kind of got a little bit of roleplay into it, the whole Darkwraith feel. But I think it'll be a really cool playthrough. And the fact that it's possible to actually lose the playthrough is really interesting to me. But yeah, that's enough going over the rules. They're in the description. They're not as bad as I'm making them sound. Okay, and also, I know a lot of you are going to be wondering what's the deal with the Mercenaries playthrough. After that second video, I had like 2 hours of footage that I was wanting to upload, but the thing is, like, nothing even in my opinion remotely interesting happened in that 2 hours. There was no encounters with hackers or not even that many ganks. It was just a bunch of random encounters that they weren't too entertaining. And on top of it, there wasn't any kind of hilarious failures or anything like that. It was just watching. It was like watching a bad speed run. But it made me realize that the Mercenaries playthroughs can be very hit or miss, and so I think they'd be better for live streaming, not so much a YouTube playthrough, because you could have, like, the first 2 episodes were fantastic, in my opinion. They each had, like, their own, like, the endings were pretty unique and cool, but I just couldn't recapture that, and so I just kind of ended the run. But I think this will work really well because there's a lot of changes in scenery. The majority of this, or the entire this entire first episode, of course, I'm invading the Burg, so it's gonna be nothing but duels. But I will be invading every single area in the game throughout these playthroughs. So I think it'll be very, very entertaining, and no telling what's going to happen. It's just invading the forest over and over and over and over and over. I think it'd be fun for Mercenaries is good for a live stream because people can take part in it, but as for just a YouTube video, it's kind of lacking, in my opinion. So I might revisit it for YouTube. I don't know. But for now, I think I'm going to stick with this playthrough. I'm also going to nobody worry, I'm still going to upload random highlights of unique encounters that I end up in. It's not going to be just this playthrough or anything. Anything I think is fitting for the channel, I'll upload. It's just I wanted something that I could do to have more regular uploads, because I haven't uploaded anything in like a month because I'm way too picky. I try to only upload unique encounters, interesting or funny encounters, or whatever the case is, but I've seen so much of the game that it's hard to it's rare that I go into something where I'm like, oh, I would enjoy watching that video. Everything feels the same to me. So yeah, with this playthrough I can have some pretty I think fairly regular uploads, and at the same time still upload the unique encounters as I come across them. Yeah, this is a pretty good fight. I had a it's been a while since I've fought in the Burg, so it was interesting going back to it. Whenever I first started out on Dark Souls, all I was doing was dueling in the Burg, and then eventually I got tired of duels, and so I got into fighting gankers because it was more of a rush to me. So it's nice to get in some duels every once in a while. I duel viewers all the time on my live stream. If anyone, I get duel requests constantly, and what I tell everybody is just, for the most, like 90% of the time that I'm playing Dark Souls, it'll be live streamed. So anyone who does want to ever want to duel me, basically what I just tell everybody is come to the live stream and try to stream snipe me, which, for anyone who doesn't know, stream sniping is where you see where the streamer is and you either invade that area if they're invadable, or you go to where they're trying to invade and you wait for them. But yeah, that's basically what I tell everybody. So for anyone wondering about dueling me, that's how you would go about dueling me. As you see, each time I win an invasion, I kindle the bonfire. You have to win 3 invasions in each area of the game. But yeah, this build right here is actually a I really wanted to get back, like a lot of people asked about my original build, the Armor of Thorns, Havel's Leggings, Chaos Blade, Grass Crest, Red Tearstone, and it's so, after the patch, it's doable, but there's so many like just everything, so many wasted points and everything just for the look of it, which I would love to have the look of it again, but it's just it's really not worth it. So I made what I'm kind of considering a throwback to my original build. It's just Chaos Blade, Grass Crest Shield, and yeah, I could tell that guy had the Hornet Ring. He was circling pretty badly. So I put myself in the corner right here. It's been a while since I put my back to the wall to prevent being backstabbed, but it certainly worked out. But yeah, it's Chaos Blade, Grass Crest Shield, Composite Bow, and the other right-hand weapon is actually the Pyromancer Flame for Power Within, which I only use Power Within in certain instances. Like if I get below half health and they're still full health, I might use Power Within to kind of try to turn the tables. But I don't like the thought of going into a fight using Power Within immediately, because then it puts like a time limit on the match. I don't feel that that's how Power Within is intended to be used. It's too yeah, I think it should be situational, so that's how I try to use it. But yeah, and the build also has as you can see, Dingy Hood, Dingy Chest Piece, Giant's Gauntlets, and Silver Knight Leggings, along with the Red Tearstone Ring and Havel's Ring. But yeah, I'm actually trying to decide if I'm going to be for this playthrough, if I'm going to be uploading videos for each bonfire, because I think doing 3 invasions for each bonfire in the game, depending on how long those invasions are, and then at the same time I'll be getting invaded in those areas as well. That might be like, each video might end up being like 20 minutes, you know, like this one was. So I might end up doing every bonfire as its own video, but at the same time I might also do like each entire area. Like Blighttown has a few bonfires, so I don't know if that'll it just depends on how quick everything goes. I'm going to try to keep the videos like below 30 minutes or around 30 minutes, so I have a feeling I'm going to end up sticking to 1 video per bonfire, like kindling each bonfire to max through invasions and stuff. So scumbag moment by me there. I want to say I didn't mean to do that, but watching it again, I feel like I might have. I don't know. It's like I saw him in my head. I saw him going to grass, and so I hesitated. But then scumbag Peeve lets go of the arrow anyway. So sorry to him. I did not. In my heart, I didn't want to do it. But scumbag moment. I apologize. Yeah, as you can see, I felt like it would be possible to Darkhand this guy right here without it. I'm not quite sure how much poise he has, but I thought maybe it would work. But there was my 1 attempt, and I had to switch off of it because you only get 1 attempt per encounter. So if somebody invades you, you get 1 shot. If you invade somebody, you get 1 shot. If they have multiple people in their game, if you invade, like if it's a host and a summon, you could attempt each of them separately. So so yeah, you know, just each player encounter, you get 1 Darkhand attempt. That way, if there's someone AFK, you can't just farm them for 99 or whatever the case is. And at the same time, if it'll prevent people from thinking you're being extremely playful and pulling out their Darkhand. But yeah, I had some really fun duels. going through the Burg. I'm just glad I didn't go on a losing streak. It would suck to have started this and ended up losing the playthrough without getting out of the Burg. I think it's going to be really interesting though. As you can see, that was the last one. This bonfire is now max kindled. Now, some people are going to have to like make a new character or something. It just so happens that on this character, which I already had, I haven't kindled any bonfires, like at all, on any of the playthroughs I did on it. This is actually new game plus that I'm on. So yeah, I'm already pretty bad at PvE, let alone on new game plus. So it should be interesting. But at least I'm not having to rush through everything. I can kind of go at my own pace. With mercenaries, I'm having to just fly through everything because I don't want to be summoned by the ring. So I can go at my own pace. Except it doesn't matter when that happens. That was bad. But yeah, you actually don't have to, unlike mercenaries, you don't have to go through the level in human form, because the only reason you're going human in the first place is to kindle the bonfires and invade as a Darkwraith. So if you happen to die like I did right there, don't worry about wasting a humanity to go back to human. You can actually go through the level as long as the bonfire is max kindled. You could either go and beat the level, or if there's another bonfire, you have to head to the next bonfire and start kindling that one. But the trip through the level, you don't have to be human for. I'm actually really surprised that I got that jump. I thought I was gonna fail. It feels nice not being pressured to fly through the level like when you're mousing around. I could actually end up doing this a playthrough similar to this for each covenant, but I don't know how that would really work out. A co-op one, inevitably I'd end up having to gank, which that just doesn't seem fun to me. Gravelords would be cool, but it'd be just standing around and dueling. I think this one is like, it'll be really entertaining, just invading every single area in the game at least 3 times. But yeah, as I said, I'm still going to continue uploading regularly. I'm gonna do these to kind of keep a regular upload schedule, but at the same time, any other clips that just so happen to be unique enough that I find, I'll still upload those. But yeah, as you can see, I'm dropping that humanity because I'm only allowed those 3. But yep, that's pretty much everything. Apologize for the lack of uploads lately, but expect more of them very soon. So I'll talk to y'all later.